All right, folks. Well, Sistas and the Oval both hit their 5-year anniversary on October 23rd. Unfortunately, though, Sistas aired a rather lackluster episode on the anniversary, but then again, this reminds me of when the Oval hit episode 100, and then that episode was trash too, but oh well. Some might argue that it's kind of sad, 5 years, and yet we have an episode which kind of shows the fall from grace that Sistas had from a show that we were looking forward to each week to a show that's dreaded by the fan base nowadays. I mean, if the ratings aren't showing it, it's the fact that, Twitter's taking a hit too. I noticed this as well that, my tweets aren't really doing what they used to. And I look on Twitter and not that many people are on there as well. Now, the Oval, yeah, I remember when I stopped live tweeting. I remember I live tweeted on the 100th episode and I got next to no traction. And I'm like, yep, I'm not going to do this again. So when it comes to Sistas, I mean, let's talk about the accolades. I mean, consistently the number one show Wednesday night television within the black demographic. I believe last season it was mentioned how it was like number one on trending topics and whatnot, and not to mention social media engagement. The show itself is over 153 episodes and counting. Then on top of that, it had 2 spinoffs, Bruh, which is, well, gone, and Zatima, which is a number one hit in itself. The cast have gone on to do various other projects, whether it be BET Plus, Tubi, Netflix, other films, and, Tyler Perry working on other things with them. I mean, it's crazy. Not to mention the show itself has established the lore of being within the same universe, arguably, debatably, with the likes of Zatima, Bruh, and even All the Queen's Men. I mean, we get a lot of familiar faces from those shows. I mean, the actress who portrayed Angela played in pretty much all 3 shows. She's appeared in Sistas a few times. She's one of the main characters in Zatima. She even showed up in All the Queen's Men too. I mean, I've said it before and I still stand by it. Even though you all know I got started with the haves and the have-nots, from all the shows I've reviewed ever since, I started this YouTube thing in 2017, all the shows I reviewed, none of them stirs the pot with their fans like Sistas. The debates are intense. Sometimes they can get rather nasty, but in terms of a show that gets the fans worked up, I don't think any of them do it quite like Sistas. I mean, Zatima, yeah, but Sistas is like a whole nother level because you have so many characters that rock the boat, like Karen, for example. Not to mention it brings about the important discussions of relationships in general. I mean, men and women. Yes, straight men watch the show too. I mean, I review it, duh. But I love seeing those clips on like TikTok or whatever, or Instagram, where, a woman will say, what, my man used to roll his eyes whenever he saw that I was watching Sistas. Well, then next thing you know, he sat down and he's watching it with me week to week, and we're having debates about certain. I like that. It's just the fact that this show speaks to everybody, differently, and it brings about important conversations. Now, when it comes to the Oval, they're working on, if not already completed with season 7, but the Oval, I feel like it was supposed to be a Sistas companion piece, because remember way back, once upon a time, these shows used to air on the same night, but then they split it to where it's like one does Tuesday, the other does Wednesday. But I think maybe because the Oval didn't really take off like they were expecting, they just decided to let Sistas shine on its own, because as repetitive as Sistas can be and is, at least you could have conversations about it. The Oval, not so much. It's supposed to be like, a political drama or whatever, but it just gets really, I feel like the Ruthless fan base is stronger than the Oval fan base, but that's just my personal opinion. But I definitely feel like both shows have definitely accomplished a lot, and hopefully we get even better shows in the future, so we'll just have to wait and see. But hey, congrats to both shows, as well as the various cast members and the people behind the cameras. 5 years is not a light accomplishment, especially in this day and age, between what the pandemic and then the strikes going on, and the fact that it's tough just for any actor to get a gig nowadays, especially with all the red tape involving, the AI and stuff. So yeah, but let me know your thoughts on these shows. I think the biggest question is, will these shows stand the test of time? I mean, will they be revered on the same level as House of Pain or Have and Have Nots? Personally, I don't think so, but we shall see. Time will tell. But hey, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next video.